In the heart of Starbase, Texas, a revolutionary chapter in spaceflight is unfolding. SpaceX stands at the threshold of its most ambitious milestone yet, catching Starship, the world's largest spacecraft, right out of the sky. This isn't just another launch and landing, it's the key to unlocking true space reusability. Following Flight 7's explosive debut of Starship Y2, SpaceX engineers have been working tirelessly on a daring innovation. Hidden within the towering launch site stands Mechazilla, equipped with massive robotic arms nicknamed chopsticks, ready to attempt something never before seen in aerospace history, gently plucking a massive spacecraft returning from orbit. The signs of this bold plan are already visible. Recent footage shows S-33 sporting a mysterious new landing system in Megabay 2, while S-35's modified design reveals carefully placed openings for landing pins. These aren't just minor tweaks, they're the building blocks of a complete transformation in how we recover spacecraft. Elon Musk himself recently revealed this groundbreaking plan, stating that after one more ocean landing, SpaceX will attempt the impossible, catching Starship with the tower. This announcement sent shockwaves through the space community, as it would mark the first ever attempt to catch a vehicle of this size, returning from orbital velocity. Today, we're going to break down exactly how SpaceX plans to accomplish this feat, examining the intricate systems, innovative designs, and cutting-edge technology that will make this seemingly impossible task a reality. Let's dive right in. At the heart of SpaceX's mission to revolutionize spaceflight lies a challenge that would have seemed like science fiction just years ago: catching a massive spacecraft as it returns from orbit. The journey to this moment has been marked by both triumphs and setbacks, each teaching valuable lessons that bring us closer to this historic achievement. Deep within the halls of SpaceX's engineering facilities, teams have been meticulously developing a system that pushes the boundaries of what's possible. The story begins with S-33, the Starship designated for Flight 7. While many focused on its external appearance, a crucial detail went largely unnoticed: a pioneering simulated landing system carefully integrated into its structure while still in Megabay 2. This wasn't just another test component, it represented the culmination of years of research, countless sleepless nights, and the unwavering determination of engineers who refused to accept impossible as an answer. During Flight 6, SpaceX took a bold step that few noticed at the time. They strategically removed heat shield tiles from specific areas, creating a window into how these critical zones would perform under the intense stresses of orbital flight. The data gathered from this seemingly simple modification would prove invaluable, guiding the development of future landing systems that would need to withstand the brutal forces of atmospheric re-entry. As S-35 took shape, the evolution became more apparent. New openings appeared in its sleek hull, carefully positioned to house the landing pins that would eventually interface with Mechazilla's massive arms. These weren't just holes in a spacecraft, they represented the physical manifestation of SpaceX's vision for true reusability. Each opening was precisely calculated, every measurement scrutinized, knowing that even the smallest error could mean the difference between success and failure. The landing pins themselves tell a story of extraordinary engineering ingenuity. Kiwi, a respected analyst in the space community, revealed fascinating details about their design. The pins feature a subtle yet crucial curved lower surface, a detail that might seem insignificant at first glance, but represents a breakthrough in stability control. This curvature, working in harmony with the chopsticks catching mechanism, helps dampen vibrations and reduce the risk of dangerous oscillations during the critical moments of capture. But the true marvel lies in how these pins are protected during the hellish journey through Earth's atmosphere. The heat shield tiles that cover them aren't just simple thermal barriers. They're the result of countless iterations, each version tested and refined to ensure they can protect these vital components when they're needed most. The engineering team faced a seemingly impossible challenge: create a system robust enough to withstand the inferno of re-entry while remaining precise enough to execute a catch that requires millimeter-level accuracy. Flight 8 will mark a dramatic departure from previous missions. Instead of a partial orbit ending in an ocean splashdown, Starship will complete a full orbital journey before attempting its historic return to Starbase. This extended mission profile isn't just about adding flight time, it represents the ultimate test of every system SpaceX has developed. The heat shield will face longer exposure to extreme temperatures. The flaps, critical for controlling Starship's descent, must perform flawlessly for an extended period. Each component must work in perfect harmony to deliver the spacecraft precisely to its rendezvous with Mechazilla. The catching sequence itself is a carefully choreographed dance between machine and physics. As Starship begins its final approach, the massive chopstick arms will move into position, their movements guided by complex algorithms processing real-time data about wind conditions, vehicle attitude, and countless other variables. The curved landing pins will make contact with the catching mechanism, initiating a precise sequence of movements designed to absorb the energy of the returning spacecraft while maintaining stable control. Behind the scenes, SpaceX has been continuously refining this process through rigorous testing and simulation. The successful catch of a super heavy booster during Flight 5 provided invaluable real-world data, helping engineers understand how massive vehicles interact with the catching system. Each test, each simulation, each minor adjustment brings us closer to the moment when a returning Starship will finally come home to rest in Mechazilla's embrace. The implications of this achievement extend far beyond the technical milestone. Successfully catching and reusing Starship would dramatically reduce the cost of access to space, opening new possibilities for scientific research, exploration, and even human settlement of other worlds. The current goal of 25 launches from Starbase in the coming year could expand to an ambitious 400 launches over the next 4 years. A launch cadence that would transform our relationship with space. This technology isn't just about catching spacecraft, it's about catching dreams. Each successful landing brings us closer to a future where trips to orbit are as routine as cross-country flights, where lunar bases aren't just science fiction plots but real destinations, and where the first human footprints on Mars aren't just a distant goal, but an achievable milestone. The path to this future runs through each test, each modification, each careful adjustment to the landing pins and catching mechanisms. SpaceX's engineers continue to refine their designs, learning from each flight and incorporating those lessons into future iterations. The heat shield tiles that protect the landing pins during re-entry have been continuously improved, their durability enhanced through careful analysis of flight data and material science breakthroughs. As we stand on the precipice of this historic achievement, the question isn't just whether SpaceX can catch Starship, it's what this capability will unlock for humanity's future in space. Every successful catch brings us one step closer to regular orbital flights, sustainable lunar missions, and eventually the first human footprints on Mars. The groundwork has been laid. From the curved landing pins to the precisely engineered chopsticks, from the reinforced heat shields to the enhanced flight control systems, each component represents a piece of the puzzle that will make fully reusable spaceflight a reality. Flight 8 isn't just another launch, it's humanity's next giant leap toward becoming a truly spacefaring civilization. We're witnessing history in the making, and I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think SpaceX will successfully catch Starship on their first attempt? Share your predictions in the comments below. If you want to stay updated on this groundbreaking journey and never miss a development in SpaceX's mission to revolutionize space travel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is Elon Musk 24 Hours, keeping you connected to tomorrow's space innovations. Until next time, keep looking up. Breaking news from SpaceX's latest launch. In the early hours of January 16th, the world watched as SpaceX's Starship Flight 7 mission unfolded. A story of both triumph and challenge that would capture headlines across the globe. The massive spacecraft rose from its launch pad at Boca Chica, Texas, carrying with it humanity's dreams of interplanetary travel. What began as a picture-perfect launch quickly became a testament to the complex reality of pushing space exploration's boundaries. The mission achieved something remarkable. For the first time, the massive, super heavy booster was successfully caught by the mechanical arms of Mechazilla, a feat that space enthusiasts have been anticipating for months. But space exploration rarely follows a perfect script. As the second-stage Starship continued its journey beyond Earth's atmosphere, something went wrong. The spacecraft experienced what SpaceX calls a rapid, unscheduled disassembly over the Bahamas, creating a spectacular but concerning display as debris lit up the sky in brilliant streaks of orange and yellow. The Federal Aviation Administration's response was swift. Within hours, they issued a statement that would send ripples through the space industry. Their investigation could reshape the timeline of SpaceX's ambitious testing program and potentially influence the future of private space exploration. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours, where today we'll take you behind the scenes of this historic launch. Explore the FAA's crucial role in overseeing commercial spaceflight and examine what this means for SpaceX's revolutionary vision of making life multiplanetary. Let's dive right in. Breaking news from SpaceX's latest launch. In the early hours of January 16th, the world watched as SpaceX's Starship Flight 7 mission unfolded, a story of both triumph and challenge that would capture headlines across the globe. The massive spacecraft rose from its launch pad at Boca Chica, Texas, carrying with it humanity's dreams of interplanetary travel. What began as a picture-perfect launch quickly became a testament to the complex reality of pushing space exploration's boundaries. The mission achieved something remarkable. For the first time, the massive, super heavy booster was successfully caught by the mechanical arms of Mechazilla, a feat that space enthusiasts have been anticipating for months. But space exploration rarely follows a perfect script. As the second stage Starship continued its journey beyond Earth's atmosphere, something went wrong. The spacecraft experienced what SpaceX calls a rapid, unscheduled disassembly over the Bahamas, creating a spectacular but concerning display as debris lit up the sky in brilliant streaks of orange and yellow. The Federal Aviation Administration's response was swift. Within hours, they issued a statement that would send ripples through the space industry. Their investigation could reshape the timeline of SpaceX's ambitious testing program and potentially influence the future of private space exploration. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours, where today we'll take you behind the scenes of this historic launch, explore the FAA's crucial role in overseeing commercial spaceflight, and examine what this means for SpaceX's revolutionary vision of making life multiplanetary. Let's dive right in. As pilots cruising over the Caribbean watched in awe, the sky erupted in a display of color that none of them had ever witnessed before. At 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time, just 18 minutes after launch, what should have been a routine test flight transformed into a moment that would challenge the future of commercial spaceflight. The pilots' reports of major streaks with multiple colors stretching across the sky would soon become crucial evidence in understanding what went wrong. But to truly grasp the significance of this moment, we need to understand the unprecedented achievement that preceded it. The successful catch of the Super Heavy booster by Mechazilla wasn't just a technical milestone. It was a revolution in rocket technology. This massive mechanical dance between machine and booster, orchestrated with precision down to the millisecond, proved that SpaceX's vision of rapid rocket reusability isn't just a dream, it's becoming reality. The immediate aftermath of the incident rippled through air travel across the southeastern United States. Passengers at Miami International and Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International airports found themselves caught in hour-long delays as the FAA worked to ensure safety in areas where debris might fall. For these travelers, SpaceX's pursuit of the stars had suddenly become very personal, very real. Dr. Jonathan McDowell from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics tracked the debris path with precision that would prove crucial in the coming investigation. His calculations revealed a sobering truth. The spacecraft's remains had traced an arc over the Bahamas, passing the Turks and Caicos Islands at an altitude of 1,120 kilometers before ultimately finding their final resting place in the waters north of Puerto Rico and the British Virgin Islands. The FAA's response marked a critical moment for commercial spaceflight. Their initial statement was measured but significant. The FAA is aware an anomaly occurred during the SpaceX Starship Flight 7 mission that launched from Boca Chica, Texas. These carefully chosen words set in motion an investigation that would scrutinize every aspect of the launch. But SpaceX wasn't waiting for official findings to begin their own investigation. In a characteristic display of transparency, Elon Musk took to social media with preliminary findings that would shock many in the aerospace community. The culprit? A fire in the tail section of the rocket, but not just any fire. An oxygen fuel leak in the cavity above the ship's engine firewall had created pressure beyond what the vessel's venting system could handle. SpaceX's response to the failure exemplifies their unique approach to aerospace engineering. Within hours of the incident, they had already outlined plans for preventing similar